Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I intend to make videos to share my thoughts and learnings in data analytics, data science, and artificial intelligence. Today, I'm going to cover supervised learning. Let's have a look. Before we go into supervised learning, let's look at what is labeled data. Labeled data has two parts. One is the variable or features, and the other one is target or outcome. What are variables and features? So let's say, for instance, you would like to have a model to help us predict whether a customer will default on a loan. So variables or features could be customer credit card usage patterns or their payment behavior, something that can help us to indicate whether the person is likely to default or not default. How about the target or the outcome? Target or the outcome, right, will be where we have already recorded whether the customers have defaulted or not default. To quickly summarize, so target and outcome will be something we would like to have some idea about in advance. So like for instance, if you're going to lend money to your friend, you'd like to know whether he or she is likely to default on the loan or not. Variables or features will be what we hope can give us an idea about the outcome. So for instance, it could be the income, it could be the past credit history, it could be whether, let's say for this particular instance, if you're looking at your friend, right, has he or she borrowed money before from you and how was the experience? So those are what is known as features. So supervised learning actually uses labeled data. And what happens is that with the target or the outcome, right, it will guide the statistical methods like regression or decision tree to identify detailed features that can lead to a particular outcome. Like what are the features that will lead to no default? What are the features that will lead to default? So you are actually finding the relationship between target and features. Now, there are two types of supervised learning. One is called estimation. The other one is called classification. What are the differences? Well, target for estimation is continuous in nature. So for instance, it could be salary, housing prices, height, test score, etc. Whereas for classification, the target is categorical in nature. That means the target is defining categories. So for instance, it could be customer segment, region, country, defaults or not defaults, going to resign or not going to resign. Now, how about supervised learning in the application world? So first thing, we will have to prepare the labeled data, which is collecting the features and the target. So in this particular example, the target will be whether the customer has default or not default. Now, with the features and the target, will fit into many different types of machine learning models with the target and varying features. This phase is known as model training. After the model training, we will have a lot of models and we will then select the best model. Now, with the best model, as the new data comes in, like for instance, maybe new applicants, their data comes in, right, we'll fit this into the best model for scoring. Once we have the score, we will then determine the next step. Like for instance, hey, based on the score, do I disperse the loan or do I not disperse the loan? In summary, supervised learning uses labeled data where there's features and target. And there are two types of supervised learning. One is estimation, where the target is continuous. And the other one is classification, where the target is categorical. So in the end, supervised learning really is finding relationship between features and outcome by answering the few questions. Like for instance, is there a relationship between feature A and the outcome? If there is, how strong is the relationship? So once you have something in mind already about whether there is or no relationship and how strong the relationship, you can use this knowledge, right, on new data that comes in and predict the possible outcome. This ends my video. I hope it is beneficial to you and helps you in your understanding of machine learning, especially supervised learning. consider giving this video a like and subscribe to my channel. To stay in touch and feedback, please look for me on LinkedIn. And if you are interested to read my blog, please go to my website. I do podcasting as well. You can go to your favorite podcast platform and look for Symbolic Connection. Thank you very much for your attention.